I have never thought that I would make another video on Cartoon Network. Nearly a year after my rant with my friend Casey, Cartoon Network has started to do some experimental things. But this is what I'm most angry about. Cartoon Network has decided to try live action shows again. This comes after almost 12 years that Cartoon Network has first tried this kind of programming with CN Real. In fact, I am just upset that Cartoon Network would do this. In fact, Cartoon Network, for what I know, only has one or two projects. One of them being the live action show, Family Mashup. And the president of Cartoon Network, Tom Machine, he did a survey, apparently, of the demographics of Cartoon Network. And apparently girls seem to outgrow animation, unlike boys. Which I think that's kind of sexist. I don't know who they were surveying, but it turns out the audience was okay with a live action type format. I'm like, has Cartoon Network learned anything from CN Real? I mean, a lot of the live action shows that aired on CN Real, majority of people did not like them because a lot of them were ripoffs and they did not fit on a cartoon-based channel. In fact, a lot of the rants on YouTube where people rant on Cartoon Network, a whole lot of them do not like the live action based shows. And in fact, Cartoon Network is supposed to be an animated channel. But from what I know, from the comments I've read from this video from DC Network, in fact, this is a response to DC Network's video on Cartoon Network deciding to air live action shows. If he sees this video, I hope he understands why a lot of us fans do not want live action shows on Cartoon Network. In fact, I've heard that Tom Machine, he said they're only just going to experiment with one or two shows. And that they're still going to be mainly an animated channel. I just hope it'll be like Jim Samples, where if he greenlights shows like Out of Jimmy's Head and just makes live action based movies like reanimated, he would just say something like Jim Samples would say, like they are predominantly an animated network. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Other than that, Cartoonito I could care less much. Although it's preschool stuff, and I would admit they're airing them for too long. I mean, as long as they're not doing live action stuff on Cartoonito, I'll be perfectly fine. So I'm like, what's next? Is Cartoonito gonna air live action based puppet shows like The Big Bag or something like that again? Like, I don't know, but I just hope that's not true for everything. The only good thing about the live action stuff over 10 years ago was that Cartoon Network still had some variety and aired some older shows. So I hope this means that even with the live action shows, Cartoon Network will be more like 2011 or 2012 or the early 2010s again. Or just the mid-2000s. It would be a mixture of the CN City and the Check-It era. Where in the Check-It era they had live action shows, but also had reruns of older cartoons like Ed, Edd n Eddy and Courage the Cowardly Dog, as well as others. Because they're also going to do a family movie night block, where it's just like flicks, where they air live action movies and such. So I just hope with the preschool block and all that, like I said, it would be like Cartoon Network City and the Check-It era, both together. But I just hope the live action shows don't last long because Cartoon Network is supposed to be an animated channel. And I will link some of the rants that people have made on Cartoon Network CN Real. And Cartoon Network or anybody at the corporate headquarters in Turner or Warner Media, if you guys are watching this, please do us a favor and check out these rant videos and think really hard on your decisions to make live action shows on Cartoon Network. I don't want you to be like the competitors. You guys stand out. You guys are the channel that's supposed to be just cartoons and nothing else. I mean, I can understand if you're airing stuff like Osmosis Jones or Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Because those movies, they have live action but also have animated elements. But those are more liked in comparison to Reanimated or Out of Jimmy's Head. Not a lot of people like that movie or the spin-off show. But if you're going to air movies like Who Framed Roger Rabbit or something on the Family Movie Night block, that is totally fine. You guys can air that. I'm okay with that. In fact, I like movies like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That movie is perfect for Cartoon Network. So is Osmosis Jones. That also has some animated segments too as well. And those movies are a lot better than others like Reanimated. So if you're gonna air Who Framed Roger Rabbit or Osmosis Jones, that's perfectly fine. But other than that, like, Cartoon Network needs to step their game up and do not air like a whole lot of live actions. I don't want another CN reel to happen on Cartoon Network. So yeah, this was my response to DC Network's video about Cartoon Network airing live action again. I hope you guys send this video to him. And I hope people at Cartoon Network are watching this and maybe watching those rant videos, hopefully, that I found. Those will be in the description of this video as well. Anyways, that was all for this short rant on why Cartoon Network starting to air live action is a bad idea. This has been Brick, and I'm out.